Underworld has the reputation of being one of the worst Doctor Who stories of all time, which may be why I've waited until now to watch it, and I think I made the right decision. If I'd watched this earlier, it may have put me off Classic Who completely, but they hid it away in a box set with the Time Monster and Horns of Nimon, so you really had to work hard to seek it out. Now though, the show is on iPlayer, so anyone could stumble upon it by accident. If you're in that situation, don't worry, the show does get better in season 16. The first episode is actually not too bad. Leela is flying the TARDIS, which I wouldn't have thought she was capable of before, and the Doctor has taken up painting, which is also new. They land in a spaceship, which looks perfectly good, both inside and outside, and they meet the Minions. No, Minions. They've been travelling for 100,000 years in search of their lost civilization. It's a decent enough setup, and it helps that the Minions are also aware of the Time Lords, and they used to revere them as gods, so there's plenty of story potential there. Sadly, from episode 2 it all goes a bit pear-shaped, as the ship lands on the planet and everything is shot on green screen. Very early, very experimental green screen, which means lots of long shots of characters slowly walking through identical caves, which don't even exist. All of which may have been forgivable if the story had been at all interesting, with entertaining characters and zippy dialogue. Unfortunately, Robert Holmes has left the show, and his replacement as script editor, Anthony Reid, is clearly taking a while to settle into the job. What we get is just another generic dystopian planet where the workers are all slaves, they're controlled by a bunch of guards in silly costumes, and the whole thing is ruled over by yet another evil computer. There's no explanation for how this whole society came to be, and it's all just very dull. The actors don't do much to improve matters, they're all fairly bland. Imogen Beckford-Smith as Tala stands out, as she starts by playing an old woman, which is certainly unusual, but then once she regenerates back into her younger self, she just fades into the background. Alan Lake as Herrick gives the most memorable performance, as the permanently angry, bloodthirsty character who just wanted to kill people. Tom Baker is clearly not very happy about the whole production, but Louise Jameson does try her best. Leela has a lot of scenes with Idas, played by Norman Tipton. He's not a great character, but Leela's reaction to him is very gentle and caring, and it would have been understandable if she had left with him at the end of this story. The DVD has a 30-minute documentary, which is considerably more interesting than the show itself. There's lots of on-screen text and graphics, and it feels a bit like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV show. It also helps that they've got a really interesting behind-the-scenes story to tell, how the show basically ran out of money, and they had no choice but to film it the way they did. Otherwise the story would have been scrapped altogether, which may have been preferable. It also talks about the parallels to the Greek myth of Jason and the Argonauts, which is a bit of a stretch, besides the basic idea of a group of people going somewhere in order to find something made of gold. There's really not much more to it than that. You also get 17 minutes of raw studio footage of very low picture quality. Overall, this is absolutely terrible, and I can only give it 1. Well, after all that, I feel like I need a break before I carry on with season 15. Luckily, there's 3 new episodes of Doctor Who over the next few weeks, so I'll be reviewing those instead, and I'll carry on with the Invasion of Time shortly before Christmas. So if you want to see me reviewing good episodes of Doctor Who for a change, then please subscribe to this channel. I'm very close to 100 subscribers, so that's very exciting. Maybe they'll send me a little plaque, or do they only do that for 1 million? I don't know. Anyway, see you next time.